Hi guys, so today we're talking about solving linear systems by elimination, day 2. So our first step for this, combine both equations to cancel one of the variables, either x or y. I'm going to try and make these colorful and pretty today. Step 2, solve the new equation. Step 3, plug your value into one of the original equations and solve again. And then step 4, write your answer as a point. And then right here you can see that our point is x, y. So sometimes you're going to need an extra first step. So when we need to, we're going to multiply one or possibly both equations by a number and get a variable to cancel. So when we do that, here's a little note. We need the same number, but they have to have opposite signs in order for them to cancel. Alrighty, so let's try some of these out. So number 1, if you look down here, let's look at the x values and the y values. So we have a 3 and a 2 for the x, and a negative 4 and a negative 1 for the y's. So if I'm looking at these two, it looks like that the y's are going to be easier to cancel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this entire equation by negative 4. If I do that, I know that this is going to get me a positive 4y, and then my y's will be able to cancel. So I'm going to first rewrite the top equation, 3x minus 4y equals 7. And then I'm going to multiply everything in that equation by negative 4 and rewrite it. So I'll have negative 8x plus 4y equals negative 12. Now I want to combine like terms going down. So if I look, I have a negative 4y and a positive 4y. Those are going to cancel. Then I have 3x minus 8x. That gets me a negative 5x. And 7 minus 12 is negative 5. And now I'm just going to solve for x. So divide both sides by negative 5, and x equals 1. So I have my x value. I'm going to take that x value and plug it in for x in one of these equations. When I do that, like let's say I'm going to plug it into the bottom equation just because that y is by itself and it's going to be easier to solve. I need to make sure that I'm doing it to the original and not the one that I multiplied. So I'm going to plug 1 into the original bottom equation. So I have 2 times 1, because that's my x value, minus y equals 3. 2 times 1 is 2. I need to subtract that 2 over to get y by itself. I have negative y equals 1. And then divide both sides by negative 1. So y equals negative 1. So now I have my x value and my y value. I need to write those as a coordinate point. So my answer is 1, negative 1. Okay, not too terrible. Let's try this next one, number 2. So if I'm looking at number 2, if I'm looking at my x values and my y values, I see that one of these equations has a y by itself. So that means that the y's are going to be the easiest to cancel. So I need to multiply the entire top equation by -3 in order to get those y's to cancel. So I'm going to distribute that -3 to everything in that equation. So I'll have a -9x minus 3y equals -6. And then I'm going to rewrite the bottom equation. So I have 9x plus 3y equals 9. Now, I need to combine like terms going down. -9x plus 9x is 0. Those cancel. I know my y's cancel because that's what I wanted. So on the left side of the equal sign, I have a 0. And then -6 plus 9 is 3. So now I need to ask myself, does 0 equal 3? That no, which means my answer is no solution. Okay, let's go down to number 3. So number 3, again, I'm going to look at my x's and my y's. It looks like my y's are going to be easier to cancel. So I'm going to multiply the whole top equation by -2 in order to get those y's to cancel. So I'm distributing that -2 to everything inside that equation. So I have -4x minus 2y equals -46. And then I'm going to rewrite my bottom equation right underneath it. It really helps to make sure you guys are lining these up. Now I'm combining like terms down. So -4x plus 3x is -1x. My y's cancel. -46 plus 37 is -9. Now I just need to solve for x, so I'm going to divide by -1, and x equals +9. So now I'm going to take that, what x equals, and I'm going to plug it into one of these equations. Pick whichever one looks easier to you. If I need to solve for y, and this top y is by itself, I'm going to plug that 9 into the top equation for x. So I have 2 times 9 plus y equals 23. 2 times 9 is 18. And subtract 18 from both sides to get y by itself. So y equals 23 minus 18 is 5. So when I write my answer, I need to write it as 9, 5. Okay, let's do one more. So if you notice, number 4, both of the x's and the y's have numbers, and it doesn't look like any of them are going to be the easiest ones to cancel. So you can pick either x or y to get those numbers to cancel. The tricky part is, and I'm going to write pick x or y, is that you're going to have to multiply both equations by something in order to get a variable to cancel. So we are going to get the y's to cancel just because they already have opposite signs and we won't have to deal with negatives. So I'm going to multiply in order to get the y's to cancel, I need to multiply the entire top equation by 5. So I'm going to write 5 times 4x plus 3y equals 8. And then that means I need to multiply the whole bottom equation by 3. So I'm going to do 3 times 5, times 3x, sorry. minus 5y equals negative 23. Now I need to distribute, so that 5 goes to everything. So 5 times 4x is 20x. 5 times 3y is 15y. And then 5 times 8 is 40. Do the same thing with the 3 on the bottom. So 3 times 3 is 9x minus 15y equals negative 69. So now we're going to combine our like terms going down. So 20x plus 9x is 29x. My y's cancel. 40 minus 69 is negative 29. Divide both sides by 29, and x equals negative 1. So I have my x value. I can pick either equation to find out what my y value is. I'm just going to pick the top just because I don't like dealing with negatives that much, and that one has a negative, so I'm picking the top. If you pick the bottom, you'll get the same exact answer. So I have 4 times negative 1 plus 3y equals 8. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Add 4 to both sides. Three y equals 8 plus 4 is 12. And then this is, I'm running out of room here, but you divide both sides by 3. And then y equals 4. So my final answer as a coordinate point is negative 1, comma 4. And that is everything for today. So let me know if you guys have any questions. You can email me or Mrs. Rawls. I hope you guys are having a great day.